Summit in Salt Lake City on October 23rd, the weekend of the 23rd. So go ahead and do that. You do that. Your team will do that. Have them do it. Reach out to them. Become a leader. Let your people know that they need to go to this event. Don't assume that they're not going. Reach out to them and encourage them to do that. A couple other things I wanted to go over before I get to some of the Bowling Green information. Remember this business card. This is something that you absolutely need to have in your arsenal as ammunition as you're out prospecting. Remember to email this lady here at lbergsigns@yahoo.com, lbergsigns@yahoo.com. Mention my name. She will then know what business card you're speaking of. Remember to mention the real light green print on the back. That needs to be a different color so it can be read. Also, the book that I'm reading, Amazing, Relentless by Grover, From Good to Great to Unstoppable. Very, very good book. It is a sports-related book, but again, deals with a lot of business and life skills as well. Like I said, folks, register for that event coming up. You will not be disappointed. Again, today is the last day to get the early bird rate. What I'm going to do in the next couple of videos, few videos, I'm going to go over and highlight a lot of the Bowling Green event. So whether it's 3 or 4 videos, I'll make them as short as I can. But folks, this is an example of a way to stay plugged in. Remember, the Sunday night calls. Stay plugged in. Listen to John Morris's Team Victory Sunday night calls. These little videos, excuse me, our group me messages, our text messages. These are ways to stay plugged in. Don't see it as me or whomever harassing you. This is us trying to keep you plugged in. Unless you stay plugged in, it is very, very, very difficult to build this business. So get plugged in. Make that be a part of your day. Remember that information minus action will lead you to failure. Information plus action will, of course, lead you to success. They talked at the event about learning the rules of the game. And if you think about it, it really is a game. I don't like to hear that maybe, or I didn't like to hear that. I kind of saw that as maybe lessening what this really is. But folks, if you see it as a game and play by the rules, you're going to succeed. It's so true. If we go make up our own rules as we go, you won't experience success. And maybe some of you are experiencing that right now. You're kind of making up your own rules. You're trying to come up with different and better ways to do it. There's no better way than what's been laid out before us. What did the people do that you see on stage? What did the people do that you hear about over and over again? The John Morrises, the Will Weavers, the D. Hutchins, the Chris Estises. How did they build this? Not by doing it their own way. They built this by following the rules, playing the game, if you will, and they've built huge businesses. They did it over and over and over again. They played by these rules. You can do that for sure. There's no doubt about it. You can win this game if you play by the rules. Let's make that commitment so that we can be one of those people. It can happen. The rules are our system that's in place, and we all know what the system is, the peak, pass, and plug, okay? We go over this all the time, all right? And we'll go over this again in an upcoming video. But basically, again, it's our peak, pass, and plug system. Utilizing the connection call when you reach out to an upline leader and have them help you. For example, excuse me, I've got something in my throat. For example, when you pique someone's interest, your goal is as quickly as possible is to get them information without you giving it to them. A video, a pamphlet, a newspaper, something that gives them information without you having to, as we like to say, throw up all over them. They don't want to hear that. And then as quickly as possible, getting them on a 3-way call. Okay? What what the three-way call does, folks, is very powerful. And this seems to be holding a lot of us back. I want to challenge you this week to do one three-way call. Now, in the future, I'm going to challenge you to do a lot more than that. But a lot of us haven't done a three-way call in a long time. So I'm challenging you right now. Do a three-way call. Why not start with today? Here are some other things that successful people are doing daily in their business. First of all, I hope you realize how amazing not only this product is, but this business is. When you play by the rules, anyone can make this happen. If it's not quite happening for you the way that you imagined, I bet that there's an explanation. I bet that you're not playing by the rules. And I'm not here to tell you what you're doing wrong. I'm trying to help you, guide you, to steer you to do it the correct way, okay? As a matter of fact, I want to challenge you to do a business audit. I'm doing it myself for my business. Let's do a business audit and see where we are, to see what we're doing on a daily basis to build our business. Some basics I think, excuse me, that some of you are leaving out is not listening to the Team Victory call on Sunday nights. It's so easy to do. It's recorded. You can listen to it at any time. You're missing out on a lot of those things. Something else that I encourage you to do if you haven't already, sign up for the Team Victory newsletter. Go to teamvictory.org and sign up for the newsletter. Not only receive it, but open it up and read it. Read the information, the testimonials. If you go to teamvictory.org, you can also find archived newsletters that have amazing health and business testimonials that you can use in your arsenal. You can use to share with other people. Something else that some of you may not be doing is watching simple videos like this. Folks, I don't want you to think that I'm some video guy and I'm great on these videos. That's not why I'm doing them, okay? As a matter of fact, I'm pretty bad at it, okay? I'm coughing, I'm scratching my face, I'm not great at it. But what I want to do is give you the information. It's so important. And a third thing that you need to do is keep your team plugged in. It's so important that not only you do this, but that you not just assume that your team doesn't want to get this, okay? We all have busy lives, so let's make sure that we let our team know what's going on. What better way than to just forward this video and encourage them to watch it, okay? Now, I'm going to show you how bad I am at this. I'm going to put this in front of me so I can read it and talk about it. These are notes from the Bowling Green event. First thing Chris Estes started talking about was no fear. Face through the negative people. Of course, there's going to be a ton of negative people. It's your choice. You can face the negative people, he said, or you can run from them, okay? Please face that fear, run right towards it, and run from person to person, sharing the product and sharing your vision. Learn how to apply, maybe even apply these principles before you learn the details of Zija. A lot of people feel like Chris Estes was saying that you have to learn everything. Well, if you have to learn everything about Zija before you get started, you'll never get started, he said. He said, go ahead and go mess up. Go try these things. Go screw up. Okay, there's no better way to learn. Zija rewards you for the number of people you introduce this to. So just go out and do it. It is a numbers game, okay? Play the game. Using the system. Please use the system, he said. The greatest recruiter that ever lived, and we all know who that is, simply said, follow me. So play by the rules, and you will have people following you. This happens not only, he said, day by day, but also week by week. He said, do it daily, and you will get in the habit of just making this part of your day. If you don't know the rules, you can't play the game, he said. Learn the rules. He said, learn the rules of the game, and if you don't know the rules of the game, ask someone that does. Ask your upline leader, ask your sponsor. He says, apply the stuff that you know to do, change the things that you're not doing right, teach your team how to do it correctly, and encourage them to do that. Preparation, he says, relieves pressure. He said, go ahead and fail. It's okay to fail. Turn that into succeeding. To be a continual earner, residual income, he says you must be a habitual learner. To be a continual earner, you must be a habitual learner. I thought that was pretty darn good. He says, don't be afraid to be enthusiastic. Don't be afraid to be really excited about what you're doing. He says, and if the money thing is holding you back, meaning, you don't want to come across as someone who wants to make a whole lot of money, my first reaction to that is, why the heck not? Good people do amazing things with money. Bad people do poor things with money. They make bad decisions with money once they get it. They hurt people. So be a good person, make a lot of money, and go help a lot of people. That's basically what he was saying. He said, remember HFW, hard freaking work. That's what this is. If you do it right, if you play by the rules, you have to do it over and over and over again, and do things sometimes that you don't want to do. Successful people do things that unsuccessful people will not do. He said, do your job now and then enjoy your life unlimited later. He says a price must be paid, and how true that is. He said, either do something about it now, or later you're going to kick yourself. And I'm telling you right now, Zija International is right on the cusp of breaking into humongous momentum. 3, 4, 5 years from now, we're going to look back and either be glad that we jumped on the train and pushed forward, or we're going to be really upset that we didn't push forward. The clues have been given to us. Let's do it, he said. He said, he said, there's not an easier or better way. We already have the blueprint. Follow it. And that's what I just talked about the last 5 minutes. So don't mess with the blueprint. The products worked, he said. Take advantage. The products work. If you want to make money, keep it simple and duplicatable. If you don't want to make money, make it difficult and hard for people to copy. That's pretty intense right there. He said the products produce results. Take advantage and be bold. Be bold, be proud, be excited about what you're doing. He did say this. He said a trial is 90 days. He said this 30-day trial, while that does get some people to come in as a customer, and it does work sometimes, really emphasize a 90-day trial. Do your job, he said. Tell them how to use it. Encourage them not to miss a day and to form a habit. We know the product works. A lot of product users are turning into business builders, he said, and it is true. I just saw that happen today. When negative seeds are planted, he says, when you hang out with negative people, negative things happen. So don't hang out with negative people. Find those positive people. You're going to have people that degrade you, make fun of you for what you're doing. It's okay. Keep pushing forward. He says quality people, that's who you want to hang out with. It's our job to get them a story. You want to tell your story. Tell somebody else's story. Find a story that works. 60 seconds or less. Tell your story and people will want to hear it. If you need to work on your story, talk to your upline and we can actually have a conversation about your story and how to create a different story. He gave an example of how a diamond in the company now had what he called a horrible story. They worked on it, and then his story condensed down to 60 seconds, really made a difference and got people on board. He said, deposit time into others, and you will get what you want out of this business and out of life. He said, successful people and unsuccessful people all dislike doing the same things. I'll say it one more time. Successful people and unsuccessful people all dislike the same things. Working hard, staying up late, going to something you don't want to go to, you don't think you have time to go to. Well, the successful people go ahead and do it. The unsuccessful people find an excuse and don't get there. The difference, he says, is that successful people do it anyway. We'll continue here in a day or two with another video about some of the Bowling Green information. It was fantastic. Have a blessed day. Let's go out and change some lives.